G'day, Wombat here, and in today's quick review we're going to take a look at the Source BV by Cort. On this channel we have done a lot of different Cort guitars, mostly because they're pretty good, or until now at least they've been very good. So one thing we haven't done is a hollow body. Now hollow bodies, you either love them or you hate them. Some people, they're too big. For me, I don't know. I've never really had a lot to do with hollow bodies. So let's have a quick look at this one, shall we? The BV is so named, the Source BV is named obviously because of the Bigsby trem that they have on this particular model. And I've got to say, it is a solid looking piece of kit, really firm in the hand. So yeah, it does the business. But the rest of the guitar, this guitar is actually maple. So it's a maple top, back and sides with a maple block that runs through the middle. And it is stunning in a transparent red. I don't know if we're going to pick up the grain that runs in this guitar. It's really quite nice, but it's very subtle. The neck, it's a set neck as you can see, and the neck is also maple with some vintage tuners on the back there. Now these are a no-name vintage tuner. So I'm assuming they're made by Cort or bought in. I'm not entirely sure which. Over the other side here we have a rosewood fretboard with 22 medium frets. Now the neck itself is a C profile kind of a neck. It's not terribly chunky. It's not like it's a 1960s neck or anything like that. But it's not a shredder's neck either. It's just... I guess the best way I could put it would be it's comfortable. It's just nice and comfortable. Electronically we have these two P90 pickups, or P90 style pickups. They're actually Cort's very own classic rocker 90s. And they're not the dog ear types, they're the mount type through the pickup itself. And it's good to see that on a guitar of this type. They pop up from time to time by other manufacturers, but more often than not they're humbuckers that are included on this kind of a guitar. Now for anybody who's watched this channel before knows that if I am going to have a single coil pickup, it's going to be a P90. I just like the way they're a bit more raucous, have a bit more poke and punch than a regular single coil. But that's just me, it's a personal preference. Control wise we have 2 volumes, 2 tones and a 3-way selector. So this is pretty much what you would expect on this style of a guitar. Nothing out of the ordinary except maybe the classic rocker 90 pickups. So how did it play? Well, as I said, the neck was comfortable and it really felt good in the hand, didn't get in the way. The beauty of this style of guitar, the neck joins the body so high up, it gives you really good access up to the dusty end here. It doesn't get in your way at all, so that made life simple for a player like me. The P90s, or the classic rocker 90s, I like a good P90, and these weren't bad at all. Bit of poke, so they did rock tones really quite well, where this kind of guitar is normally aimed at bluesy and jazzy kind of tones. Famously, this style of guitar has been used in rock by a few bands. But with the single coils, I thought they might be perhaps a bit underpowered. not being a well-known brand name as such, they're being Cort ones, but they were pleasantly surprising. They really were. They played nicely, they sang really well, didn't push the amp too hard, but when you wound the volume off on the guitar a bit, they still sung quite nicely, which is important to me. I know a lot of you out there don't mess with the tone and volume controls much, but I tend to use them quite a bit. And when I wound them off, they still sung. They sounded really nice with clean tones. Surprisingly though, the neck pickup was really quite bright for a neck pickup. Now I'm assuming that's because it's a maple tone wood that they've used on the guitar, which will help accentuate any bright tones that you find in pickups. So I'm assuming that's been a big part of it, but it was still nice. It was very articulate and really good to use. I did find that I would have to use the tone control depending on the amount of treble in the amp and the amount of distortion I was using, or overdrive I should say. I found that unusually for me, I would have to use the tone control on the neck pickup as well, just a little bit, to take off a little bit of the edge for my personal taste. And I don't normally have to do that with most neck pickups. So the maple really does affect the tone very nicely in this one. So there you are. It is a fairly straightforward, beautiful hollow body. The finish is fantastic. The fretting job, Cort's fretting jobs are always so good. They really are. Just no sharp edges. You couldn't be any happier than that. So what are we talking about price-wise? That's always the big question, isn't it? So this particular guitar retails for about $1,100. That's here in Australia. Variety Music, who once again have lent me this guitar to show you guys. Thank you so much to Variety. They're really saving people a lot of money at the moment here in Australia. They're doing this particular guitar for $700. So that is a pretty significant saving. Now, you might think that's a good saving, but it's made even better when you consider it comes with a gig bag. It comes with a Cort gig bag. And it's not a bad gig bag either, I've got to say. For a free gig bag that comes included in the price, man. So there you are. Beautiful hollow body, lovely red, great classic rock 90 pickups, and a gig bag. For that kind of money, what more do you want? Fantastic. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button down there. Hit the bell too if you want to see when my next video is coming out. Yeah, man, I can't get over the color of this thing. It's just beautiful. All right, so thank you so much for watching. And as always, rock on. See, comes with a bag. It's actually not bad either.